What's up, guys, and welcome back to... What am I doing? Welcome back to ThreadX Reproductions. Today's daily nerdy news is going to be a little bit different, and that's just because I'm playing a new game. I really like it, and there's some things I really want to talk about, so I decided to do this instead of a news story. So what you're seeing in the background is called Genshin Impact. It is this really cool game. It has some really Breath of the Wild kind of vibes. You can see, like, just from the art style, it kind of really reminds you of Breath of the Wild. There's climbing, just like in Breath of the Wild. There's gliding, just like in Breath of the Wild. I feel like a lot of the elements and how they interact with each other feels a lot like Breath of the Wild. Like if it's raining out and you'd use electricity, it does a lot more damage. Things like that. A lot of it feels like Breath of the Wild, but you can do multiplayer stuff in it. The exploration feels like Breath of the Wild, and it's really hard not to compare this 100% to Breath of the Wild, because, you know, whether or not it's on purpose, it's probably on purpose, but whether or not it's on purpose, it's super obvious that that's what their inspiration was. But they take it and they make it into this big world, open world RPG, and I'm in love with it. It's so addicting, just rolling around the big biomes and just having fun, exploring, finding chests. Some of the chests are, super easy. You just open them up. Some of them have a little bit of a puzzle. Some of them you have to kill the nearby enemies. Some of them you really have to think about it. Some of them might have a particular way of opening them, like maybe they have wooden vines over them, so then you have to use one of your fire characters to open it up. The exploration and just the way that the whole world is begging to be looked at, just every nook and cranny, is so addicting, and it's so much fun. I cannot emphasize enough just how freaking fun this game is. And the weirdest thing, it's free to play. So not only do you get a game that rightfully should cost $60, because also it has a fully voiced story to it as well. A lot of the side people are only text. It's not, voiced there, but a lot of the story is voiced and animated, and there's these really cool cutscenes. And so it feels like a full-fledged game, but it's free to play. And for 6, maybe even 7 hours now, I've been having just so much fun with this game. And I think that was before I discovered one thing. So before I get started with that, I really want to emphasize just how much I love this game. Just how much fun I'm having with the game right now. I do have to say right now, though, because we'll get to that. But it's a fun game. It's a very well put together game. Whoever made this game should be proud of themselves. They should be commended for what they did, especially on a free-to-play type of a game. Like, nobody would expect a free-to-play game just to play this well. I don't feel like there's any stuttering. I don't feel like I'm, fighting with a connection or anything like that. It's just so much fun. And I have to say that, I have to preface that, because I don't want anybody to be thinking that I just hate the game and that's why I'm criticizing it. I'm criticizing what I'm going to be criticizing today because I love the game, and it makes me very, very conflicted. Extremely conflicted. So, most of the game, you're just going around. You can see on the right side of my screen, I have 4 different characters that I can play as. I can switch between those characters. Some of the characters have different elements to them. I also have different weapons on each of the characters and everything. And that all sounds really fun. I mean, you've seen the combat so far. It's super fun, just going around beating stuff up, right? So the problem comes with microtransactions. It's a free to play game, right? So of course there's going to be microtransactions. Honestly, me complaining at all because it's a free to play game and you should have expected that, and why are you bitching? Stop being a little bitch. What really sucks about this monetization practice that they have going on right now is that it's completely pay to win and it's completely RNG. So I could go, and they're called wishes. I make a wish that cost me, in-game currency. That in-game currency can be bought with crystals, which is the premium currency. So I buy it with real world money, and then it's a loot box. That's all it is. It's a loot box. There's this there's this shooting star that falls down to the ground, and it explodes with a bunch of weapons and characters. And those weapons and characters could be 3-star, they could be 4-star, they could be 5-star. Obviously 5-star being like the most rarest of them all. So think of something like Ultimate Team from FIFA or any other kind of like sports game. You're gambling on getting a really good character. Now, a lot of this is what you call a gacha style of system. This is very popular in Japan and other countries. I don't think it's that popular here in the United States because a lot of people here in the United States don't like the free-to-play nature or the pay-to-win nature of it. Now, this is a PvE game, so I'm not winning against anybody, right? So what's the big deal? It's still like if I wanted to play with someone random, I might be playing with somebody who paid $100 and so therefore is so well kitted out that they can one-hit somebody, and I'm just sitting there in the back like, good job. Yeah, so much fun. And that's no fun, Not only that, but it does seem very predatory, right? Because you'll notice I used this particular, blah, blah, blah. You'll notice that I used a particular word when talking about this game, and that was addictive. I used it on purpose. It is very addictive. Me just seeing the screen right now makes me want to play this game. Getting a character that I've never gotten before in one of the random roles gives me this feeling like, oh my god, what kind of abilities does this person have? Is this good person somebody that I'm gonna main? I get excited, and the fact that everything is based on random roll is what really sucks. I was having a conversation with somebody on Discord, and basically what I compared it to was Warframe. Now, Warframe, you can buy blueprints for your Warframes, for your weapons, so your secondary weapons, for everything in the game pretty much. And then you have to grind to get the ingredients for those weapons. Now, obviously, the grind is in a way to encourage you to spend real world money on platinum, and then that platinum buys you it outright without having to craft the weapon, right? So Warframe is kind of like this, right? But the biggest difference, the biggest thing that just pisses me off to no end, that really just makes me question, like, can I like this game morally? Can I enjoy this game? And that one thing is the randomness of it, the RNG. You have to pray to RNGesus to get a good roll. Because it's not just cosmetics. It is game-changing abilities, essentially. I could get a character, and it could be a 5-star character. The drop rate on it is, of course, probably like a 1%, a 2%, something like that. So then I have this, addiction that I have to itch, and I have to get a better character. Now, could I get this with in-game currency? Yes. Every time I open a chest, I get 2 of a certain type of currency. But obviously, to get something, it costs like 150. So I'd have to open a lot of chests. I'd have to farm for a lot. So it's encouraging me to just pay for the stuff. Not only that, but once again, maybe I play this game free to play, but somebody else doesn't. And so they get to fast track their whole experience, and they get to beat the game faster just because they wanted to spend more money on it. You know? And that's just something I can't get over with this game. Now, I am going to have fun with this game. I am having fun with this game. In fact, right after I upload this, I'm going to stream the game on Twitch. So it's not that I don't like the game. It's just that it's something that I don't feel like a lot of people are talking about. Obviously there's dedicated channels already about this game and, the best ways to grind and yada, yada, yada. Good for them. Do your money. Get your money. But for me, it's just like, it's so weird. Because like Apex Legends came out and it was such a good game and I loved it so much. But loot boxes. Am I allowed to like something with loot boxes? And at least with that, there is a rotating store that you could get a skin that you wanted by just waiting for it to show up in the store. You don't get that luxury in this game. It is all random. And I don't know how to feel about it. So right now, I'm having fun with the game. Right now, I'm loving the game. But because of this randomness, I'm genuinely wondering, how long do I get to enjoy this game? 10 hours? 20 hours? When am I going to start to feel that grind? When am I going to start getting to that point where it takes me weeks to upgrade something enough to go to the next area or to get to the next world tier or something? When am I going to get to that point, and is it going to be worth it anymore? Am I still going to be having fun with the game when all I get to do in the game is grind and grind and grind? I don't know. I would compare this to Warframe because Warframe is such a fun game. It's a kinetic game, and it keeps me going. But it keeps me going because I know what I'm getting for the amount of effort that I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm getting for the amount of effort that I'm putting into it. I want a blueprint for a gun. I want a blueprint for a new Warframe. I know exactly that, okay, this one item has a super rare drop rate of only 5%. So it's going to take a lot of grinding to get that material to craft that Warframe. But at the end of that grinding, I know exactly what I'm getting. I know exactly what I'm working towards. And that's the one part of this game that's just really getting to me. And I'm just like, it's like I'm enjoying the game and I'm waiting. I'm like, when is it? On top of everything, this is kind of advertised as a multiplayer game, as kind of a, maybe not an MMO, but a shared world type of game. And you can't use multiplayer until you're adventure level 16. To put that in perspective, I've been playing for 5, 6, or maybe even 7 hours. Now, granted, I haven't been mainlining the story because I have tried to keep inside the first area because it was before I found out about the level 16 cap. So I'm level 9 after 5, 6, or 7 hours. I don't know exactly how many hours, but I've been playing all night last night and all day today. So I've been playing for a really long time, and I'm only level 9, and I still can't match up with somebody. My buddy Kevin started playing. You know Kevin, you know him, Weekly Nerdy News, Nerd Radio every Sunday. He got on. He started to get to a point, and I pretty much told him, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure you just have to get to the town, and then there you go. And he got to the town, and we still couldn't invite each other. It's like, okay, something's up. I don't know what's up. Let's try it again or something. And then I looked up a YouTube video, and that's how I found out. I'm like, my God. So not only is it random RNG and all that, but I can't even have fun with my friends. So what if the grind really starts at level 15 and I'm not able to play with my friends to make the grind funner? You know? It's something weird. I want to know what you guys think. Have you played the game? Do you like the grind? Are you a lot further? Are you 20 plus hours in already? And, you know, you can attest to whether or not the grind is good or bad. Please, please, please let me know. I would like to get this burden off my chest. But really, I just wanted to talk about it. Because am I going to stop playing the game just because there are RNG in it? No, it's too much fun. It'd be one thing if it was, if it was just kind of meh, but it's fun. It's so much fun. So right now I'm trying my best to just enjoy the time that I have. How long that time is, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But once again, I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think about this whole situation? What do you think about microtransactions and RNG in general? Let me know. Let me know in the comments below. You can follow us here and over there. All the places. Once again, you know, if you're watching this as it comes out, I'll be streaming it, so you can see the gameplay as we go and ask me any questions, and I'll give you some answers, and I'll even be able to show you a little bit more. So, all right, thank you so much. Bye. Where's the button?